Good morning. My name is Debbie Barney. I'm the Fitness and Wellness Coordinator with Memorial Health System. This is our Move series. You know that. You can see I've got a ball today, so it's fun with Stability Balls 101. At least I call it fun. I also have a mat on the ground. If you don't have a mat, you can lie a rug down. You can put a couple of bath towels or beach towels down, but you do want a little bit support under the back and the pelvis area. Really doesn't need to be laying all the way out flat underneath the legs, but more for the pelvis and the low back. So today I'm going to show you how to effectively firm up those inner thighs with a stability ball. Now, if you don't have a stability ball, first of all, why? Why don't you have one? You can find them every now and then for $10, anywhere from $10 to $20. You can pick one of these up. But if you don't have a stability ball, a child's play ball, which right now they're on clearance everywhere because we're rolling out of summer into fall, or you can use a yoga block, or you can even use a pillow. So, you don't have the ball, grab one of those things. You can't say, I don't have a ball, I can't participate. You can participate. If you're somebody that can't get down on the floor, remember, you can always do these lying on your bed. All right, so we're gonna hit those inner thighs effectively. I mean, they're gonna be shivering and quivering. That's a good thing. We're also gonna hit our abdominal area at the same time. So multitasking at its finest. We're gonna start by lying on our side on the floor. I'm gonna roll this ball back. I'm gonna put just my foot on the ball. Notice I don't have my ankle. I don't have the side of my calf muscle out there, so just the foot is on the ball. That bottom leg knee pulls forward, so this foot is not tucked underneath this leg. It is forward from that. We're going to go all the way down, head in hand. If you need to, you can lie the head all the way down on the arm, but don't stay up high on the elbow. Top leg is for stability. Lower leg, we are going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Notice I'm lifting it on a level plane. That means if I have my favorite beverage sitting on my leg, it's not going to spill because I'm not taking my knee up higher and I'm not taking my foot up higher. It's all moving together as one unit. I do have some weight on this hand to the front. The reason I do that is I don't want that hip to roll back every time I lift the leg. I want that hip to stay closed to the ceiling. Now, the foot that is on the ball, you might be wondering, why are we even doing that? It's stability. This ball is going to want to move around, so I'm engaging small little muscle fibers that I don't use in a compound movement. But it is stability for my ankle, for my leg, for my hip, because I'm keeping that foot on there. Now you have an opportunity here to hit the abs a little bit, as long as you're engaging them and squeezing them tightly. That's also going to help you so you don't roll backward with a hip open position. Lift that leg up. Notice that upper thigh is leaving the ground, so we're not just doing this. Take that whole thing up. Make sure you breathe. Many times people have a habit of holding their breath during exercise. You want to make sure that you're aware of your breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Keep lifting that leg. Are we counting? Heck no. We're going to be pretty close to doing the same amount on each side though. Squeeze those abs tight. Lift that leg. Whole thing comes up off the floor. Foot is not higher than knee. Knee is not higher than foot. Weight on that hand that is on the floor to help stabilize you. Keep lifting. We did these in my class yesterday, and everybody's legs were quivering. I mean, to the point that it was a little bit difficult to jump up and walk. You had to let those legs calm down a little bit. So it's a very effective inner thigh workout. All right, let's let's roll around to the other side. Little break dance there. All right. Foot only on the ball, all the way down, head in hand or head on arm. This foot is out in front of this leg. It is not tucked underneath. Hand with some weight on it and lift. Lift that whole leg as a unit. Abs are nice and tight. And why is it important that we even bother with the inner thighs? Well, I had someone in my class, Rhonda, out there, if you're watching, I've remembered this for the last 39 years. She said, how do I stop my inner thighs from applauding me when I run up and down the steps to do the laundry? Well, she kind of put it into perspective there. We need to firm up those inner thighs because the four muscle groups above the knee, four major muscle groups, quadricep, adductor, abductor, and hamstring, need to be strong to take pressure off of the knees. So if you have bad knees, you definitely need to be working those muscle groups. If you don't have bad knees, then let's keep it that way. Let's keep those muscles strong, and that includes those inner thighs or adductors. We can't just work the quadriceps and the outer thighs. We have to also hit the hamstrings, which is the back of the leg, and those inner thighs. Keeps us stable, keeps us upright, reduces our risk of falling. It takes pressure off those knees so they last longer for us. Abs are squeezing, weight on that hand. Don't roll back, foot only on that ball. So actually, my leg that's on the top, that is pushing down on that ball, I'm working my inner and outer thigh there because it is tight by trying to stabilize that ball so it doesn't get away from me. Keep lifting. And remember, like I said, if you don't have a stability ball, a child's play ball will work as well. You could stack a couple of pillows there so you have something you can press your foot against. If you have a yoga block, that works as well. Sometimes we have so many people in class, we have had to incorporate other objects. Squeeze those abs, keep lifting, keep breathing. Put a smile on your face. Yes, you really don't have to, I wouldn't see it. Just having a smile on your face does change your whole outlook on things. Even if it's a forced grin, changes your attitude. All right, now we're going to flip around on our back. Don't let that ball get away from you. Yesterday we had balls bouncing all over the room, hitting people. That's all part of the experience. All right, we're going to lie down on our back. This ball now is going to go between my knees. Now make sure that you don't have it all the way up here, just against those calf muscles. We want it pressing against the knees. That's also a way to protect them. Roll your shoulder blades under, palms up. My feet are pointed up towards the ceiling. They're not hanging down in right angles. And we're going to squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Now what am I squeezing? Well, obviously, I'm pressing my knees firmly against the sides of the stability ball, but I'm also squeezing my buns every time. Now, ladies that have pelvic floor issues, and by the way, men should work the pelvic floor as well as women, but I'm addressing ladies right now. These exercises we're doing today for inner thighs will strengthen the pelvic floor. Why is that important? So things don't get loose and start to fall downward. We want to keep everything everything on the inside of our body in place as well as the outside of the body. It's going to help you so you can sneeze, laugh, run without dribbling. So these are great for that. If you're somebody that can't get into this position, you could actually take a play ball, sit in a sturdy chair, and put that play ball between the knees and still do these squeezes. Great for firming up, toning, strengthening the pelvic floor. It also helps to reduce a lot of pain that women have in that area. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Now make sure that your upper body stays relaxed. This is all from the belly button downward, so my arms should be melting into the floor. My face should be relaxed, my jaw. Not creating any extra crow's feet in there. Not clenching my teeth. And I know this is getting very intense at this point. Just a few more. If you need to stop, stop. But every time you do this, you're going to get stronger and you'll be able to get farther through the routine. All right, just for kicks and giggles, let's do some fast pulses. Press, 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 and down. All right, put the soles feet together. Let those knees drop open. This is also a great thing for pelvic floor strengthening, is to lie down in this position, letting those knees drop open, soles of the feet together. Now, if you have pain here, which a lot of people do, if you have yoga blocks, you put them standing upright under those thighs and just hold them in this position. If you don't have yoga blocks, put a pillow under each outer thigh to hold them there. But that is going to help strengthen and stretch the pelvic floor and help reduce a lot of pain you may be having there. All right. Now we're going to move on to the next exercise. Our legs are already shaking. There is a method to my madness. I'm trying to recruit muscle fibers we haven't been using. So I'm pushing it to the limit. We're going to take those feet up, grab the sides of the ball, legs up straight. Now you really have to squeeze here or that ball's going to get away from you. Roll those shoulder blades under, and we're going to do little circles. Just little circles. But you have to be pressing with the feet or you're going to drop that ball. So that's the key in working the pelvic floor and the inner thighs here. You're also going to feel a great stretch in the hamstrings. This is also working our abdominal area. Just holding those legs up in the air engages the abs as well. Reverse your circle. Still squeezing against that ball, pillow, block, whatever you have there. Remember, like I said, if you can't get down on the floor, you can lie on a bed and do this. It's not as effective as lying on the floor because you've got all that cushion you're sinking into, but it's definitely effective, and that's the great starting point. It might be where you have to stay. That's okay. You're doing something and you will see change. All right, the legs are in convulsions at this point. Reverse your circle. Don't let those feet shake off that ball. Upper body is melting into the floor. No tension in that face, neck, shoulders, arms. Reverse your circle. Now, you might not be able to keep the legs up this long. You might not be able to do this one at all. But if you do what you can do, when you can do it, and be consistent with it, you will get stronger. You'll be able to do this, and for this length of time. You need to stop every now and then. Let those legs stop quivering and jump back in. You can do that. Reverse again. Pressing those feet against that ball. and reverse. All right. Bring those legs down. Again, soles of feet together. Let those knees drop open. Do a little rocking side to side. Stretching those inner thighs. All right, next one, we're really going to focus on abs, but because the inner thighs are so fatigued, mine are shaking, just being bent, holding them in a bent knee position. What we're going to do with the legs is a leg extension, holding the ball between the feet while we crunch. The inner thighs are so fatigued at this point, they are really going to engage. I don't start with this particular one when I'm doing an inner thigh routine because you have to get those muscles fatigued to really feel it in the inner thighs here. It's definitely going to work the abs, but my focus is inner thighs and pelvic floor today. So we're going to lift our feet up and put them on the outside of the ball. So we don't grab it at the bottom. We pick those feet up, grab the outside of the ball. Hands are going to go behind the head, base of the skull, top of the neck, and we're going to crunch and extend and bring it down. Crunch and extend and bring it down. Make sure you keep that chin up, that you're not pulling the chin in towards the chest. Get those elbows open. You're lifting head, neck, and shoulders. Crunch and extend and bring it down. Crunch and extend and bring it down. You might have to adjust your feet now and then. Crunch and extend and bring it down. Crunch and extend and bring it down. Blow out, breathe in. Blow out, breathe in. Blow out, breathe in. Look at that ceiling, not in at your knees. Blow out, breathe in. Blow out, breathe in. Let's do 5 more. 5 and down. 4 and down. 3 and down. 2 and down. Up 1. Hold it. Hold it. I didn't say down. Hold it. Pulse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. All right. Excellent job. Now, like I said, we were multitasking. We were working our abs all throughout, but really focusing on inner thighs and strengthening that pelvic floor. Number 1, yes, we don't want to have a little accident when we sneeze, when we cough, when we laugh, when we take off running. But also, there are a lot of women that suffer from pain in that area. Getting those muscles stronger is going to help that. Stretching it out is also important. So setting in this position, butterfly position, once you get the soles of the feet together, shift your weight side to side. Why? Because we want to keep a neutral spine position. If we are more on one butt cheek than the other, that spine is out of alignment. So a little rolling side to side. Now, you want to sit up tall. Most people I see that get into this position round over. Lift through the rib cage, open the chest, shoulders down. Now, if this is painful, we put a yoga block under there, a pillow under there, whatever you can grab to support that. But stay in this position for a good 20 seconds. I like, this is dance background, to cup underneath the toes, pull upward on the toes, and then really push those knees open. I can get a much better stretch this way than just holding it here. But you do you, baby. Sit up tall. Now, after about 20 seconds, you can release that, but I would do this throughout your day, or at least morning and night, and I would do it at least 3 times for 20 seconds in order to get this area stretched out. I hope you learned something today. I hope you enjoyed this. Remember, these are no excuse workouts. You can use a pillow. I know everybody owns a pillow. I would recommend though that you buy a stability ball. They're very inexpensive and there are so many different uses for them. They are great for you to work out with. Thank you very much for joining me again. My name is Debbie Varney. I'm the Fitness and Wellness Coordinator with Memorial Health System. This is our Move series, and they bring me to you every Friday to inspire you to move for quality of life. That is my passion, is to get people to tell me, this helped me. I just want you to live a happy life, a comfortable life, and a life of strength and freedom to move around like you want to. Thanks again. I'll be back again next Friday. Until then, you have a good weekend. Bye-bye.